Hello everyone, my name is Kate, and today I will show you how to make reversible baby slippers. For this project, I'll be using my custom pattern, which is available on my website, vasenia.com. You can also find the link to the pattern in the description of this video. Let's start by preparing the pattern. First, print the pattern and cut out the necessary pieces according to the size you need. Next, we'll prepare the fabric for these pieces. I typically use 100% cotton fabric because it's breathable, soft, and easy to work with. Lay the fabric flat and place the pattern pieces on top, aligning them carefully with the grain line. This ensures the fabric behaves as expected and the slippers fit comfortably once sewn. For clarity, I'll refer to the orange fabric as the main fabric and the gingham as the inner fabric. Since these slippers are reversible, both sides can be used as the main fabric in the final product. For the inner padding, I'm using cotton batting, but you can use any quilt batting or padding fabric. This adds structure and comfort, making the slippers soft yet durable. Here are all the pieces we've cut for one pair of slippers. These pieces are now ready to be assembled. Alright, let's get started with the sewing process. We'll begin with the heel pieces. Place the main fabric and lining fabric together and sew along the curved top edge, leaving a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Next, turn the heel pieces right side out and press the seam flat. Pressing is key to achieving clean, crisp edges and a professional finish. Now, I'm stitching 3/8 inch away from the pressed seam to create a casing for the elastic. Keep the stitching straight and even to ensure a smooth and neat casing. I'll cut the elastic as per the pattern's instructions and thread it through the casing using a safety pin. Secure both ends to hold the elastic in place. This creates a snug but comfortable fit around the heel. For the toe piece, I fold it in half and make a small notch to mark the center. This helps with accurate assembly. Now, we'll assemble the toe and heel sections together, making sure they align correctly. Stitch along the edge, leaving a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Fold the lining fabric back as shown and continue attaching the heel to the toe piece. Trim the padding close to the seam to reduce bulk and improve the overall fit of the slippers. Press the seams of the upper slipper for a smooth finish. Now I'm increasing the stitch length to the maximum for the next step. I'm adding a temporary basting stitch along the toe's curve, about 1/2 inch from the edge. Pull on the thread ends to create a slight gather, which will help the toe piece fit smoothly. Fold the sole in half and make small notches to mark the center. Reduce the stitch length back to normal. Align the center marks of the upper and sole pieces and stitch them together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Sew around the entire perimeter, making sure to match the edges and sew carefully along the curves. After that, remove the basting thread. Next, we'll attach the lining sole. Begin from the side, sewing along the edge, but keep the seam slightly inside the previous one, leaving a small opening for turning the slipper. Trim the excess padding close to the seam. Turn the slippers inside out through the opening, carefully smoothing the edges. Using an invisible stitch, close the opening left for turning. To finalize the slippers, stuff the toe with soft fabric and steam gently to shape and smooth them. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the pattern on my website, and happy sewing!